Welcome, curious minds. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a titan that fundamentally reshaped how we shop, how we consume media, even how businesses host their infrastructure. Amazon. But this isn't just a history lesson about their massive scale. Our real mission is to crack open their strategic playbook.
Right.
Specifically to unearth the hidden gems, the critical insights, and really the actionable lessons for you. Whether you're building the next big online marketplace or maybe just looking for the enduring principles behind sustained business success.
That's exactly right. So many case studies focus on what Amazon achieved, the sheer size, the retail empire, the success of AWS, for instance.
Yeah, the headlines.
Exactly. But our deep dive today is going much deeper. We're looking into the how and the why behind their online marketplace growth strategies specifically.
Okay.
We're going to really dissect the fundamental principles, those iterative processes that have kept them, at the absolute cutting edge of e-commerce.
Offering a shortcut, maybe.
Yeah, offering you a shortcut to understanding what truly matters if you're a marketplace entrepreneur today.
Absolutely. It's easy to get lost in the sheer numbers, isn't it? I mean, when you hear that in Q4 2021 alone, Amazon reported a record $138 billion in revenue.
Just staggering.
Or that their 2021 annual revenue, $470 billion, would make them the world's 31st largest economy if they were a country. It's frankly overwhelming.
It is. It really is.
But here's where it gets really interesting, I think, especially for anyone in the marketplace space right now. The online marketplace model, particularly for their third-party sellers, still drives the lion's share of Amazon's revenue and, crucially, their profit.
That's the bit people often miss, the profit engine.
Right. In 2020, the marketplace generated $24 billion in profit. That actually outperformed AWS, which brought in $13.5 billion.
Think about that.
Yeah.
More profit from the marketplace than from their dominant cloud platform.
Exactly. It really underscores the power of that model.
And what's truly fascinating here, and often overlooked, is just the sheer dominance of Amazon's marketplace.
How dominant are we talking?
Well, in the U.S., it accounts for an astonishing 49% of all e-commerce sales. Almost half.
Wow.
And the marketplace itself, the third-party sellers, contribute almost 70% of that Amazon share. And get this, it's also the world's third largest search engine right after Google and YouTube.
For products, you mean?
Yes. A staggering half of all product searches in the U.S. start directly on Amazon. Not Google. Amazon.
That's a fundamental shift in behavior.
It absolutely is. And this kind of market penetration, this user behavior, it doesn't happen by accident. It highlights the immense power of a meticulously well-executed marketplace model.
Which is why we need to study it.
Precisely why studying their foundational decisions, the very first steps they took, is so critical for any startup in this space today.
So what does this all mean for you, the aspiring marketplace entrepreneur listening right now?
Yeah, what's the takeaway?
Our core takeaway, right from the very beginning, is that understanding Amazon's journey helps you learn how to build a successful multi-vendor platform, not just what they eventually became.
It's about the process, not just the outcome.
Exactly. Ready to unpack these vital lessons? Let's dive in. Let's unpack this first big lesson from Amazon. Their relentless, almost obsessive focus on solving real problems, one painful detail at a time.
Laser focus.
It's tempting to think of Amazon as the everything store that just, appeared fully formed. But they started by addressing very specific, almost universal pain points for consumers.
Right. Think back to the early 90s, pre-internet ubiquity.
Exactly. If you wanted a specific book, maybe something a bit niche, or just wanted to browse a truly wide selection, well, you were often limited by what was physically available in your local bookstore.
Yeah, you'd trek out, hope they had it.
Maybe special order it and wait weeks for delivery. Amazon looked at that whole experience, that friction, and saw a long list of frustrations they could just eliminate.
Indeed. They meticulously identified and tackled several core consumer frustrations head-on. First, just plain inconvenience.
The trip to the store.
Exactly. Before Amazon, you had to physically visit stores, often multiple ones, just to find what you wanted. Amazon removed that barrier entirely. Simple, but profound.
Okay, what else?
Second, limited selection. Brick-and-mortar stores, they're constrained by shelf space, right? It's physics.
Sure.
Amazon offered an almost limitless catalog online, expanding choices far beyond anything previously imaginable. Third, high prices.
Because their overheads were lower.
Partly, yeah. Online, they could offer more competitive pricing, often undercutting traditional retailers. Fourth, comparison difficulty.
Oh, yeah, it was a pain. Flipping through catalogs, trying to remember details.
Right. Before Amazon, comparing products, features, even different editions of the same book was a manual, time-consuming process. Their platform made it incredibly easy. Side-by-side comparisons, details, all right there.
Made you feel smarter as a shopper?
Exactly. Informed decisions.
Yeah.
And finally, the logistics hassle. Who enjoys lugging heavy bags of books home? Or any bulky items, really.
Guilty.
Amazon solved that problem with convenient delivery straight to your door. So, by providing this combination-wide selection, competitive prices, convenient delivery, they made shopping not just easier, but fundamentally better.
And the trust factor, that must have been huge early on.
Absolutely crucial. Their customer-friendly policies, like really generous return policies and stellar customer service, they built a level of massive trust from day one.
Which you needed when people were still scared of putting credit cards online.
Totally. That trust was absolutely essential in the nascent, skeptical days of online commerce.
That makes so much sense. Starting by truly understanding and alleviating customer pain points. But, okay, that brings up a classic dilemma for any aspiring marketplace entrepreneur, right? The chicken and egg problem.
The eternal marketplace challenge.
Sellers need buyers to show up, but buyers won't bother unless there's a decent selection of sellers already there. How did Amazon, this tiny startup in the early skeptical days of the internet, tackle that?
Yeah, and especially when, as you said, people were wary of online transactions. There were no sophisticated payment systems, no real fraud protection.
A single bad experience could kill you.
Absolutely. Amazon couldn't afford a single rogue seller, if they'd had them, than to damage its nascent reputation with a bad customer experience. So their innovative solution was, frankly, brilliant.
What did they do?
They initially acted as an aggregator of third-party products. Critically, not as a platform directly onboarding third-party sellers.
Okay, break that down. Aggregator.
They listed books from wholesalers and publishers on their site, but, and this is the crucial part, they fulfilled the orders themselves.
Oh, so they controlled the shipping, the packaging, the whole experience.
Exactly. By controlling every aspect of fulfillment, Amazon built its brand with incredible care and meticulously managed the entire customer experience, from click to doorstep.
Avoiding the dropshipping nightmare potential.
Precisely. This strategy elegantly sidestepped the massive risks associated with dropshipping, where third-party handling could have easily damaged their young reputation at a critical growth stage. It was a breakthrough.
How so?
Well, it solved the buyer-seller conundrum. Buyers got a consistent, high-quality experience, which rapidly built America's largest online shopping audience at the time.
And once you have the audience,
the platform becomes incredibly valuable and attractive to prospective sellers. It wasn't until 2000 that Amazon Marketplace truly opened its doors to small businesses and established brands, allowing them to sell directly.
And that's when the network effects really kicked in.
That's when they ignited those massive network effects that truly accelerated their growth, leading quite remarkably to their very first profit in 2001.
Wow. So the lesson for you, the entrepreneur listening.
The key is starting small. Meticulously proving your core value proposition, building unshakable trust. Bezos summed it up in his 98 letter to investors. He said, essentially, we will measure everything analytically, jettison what doesn't work, and double down on what does.
Data-driven from the start.
This iterative, data-driven approach, rooted in that early validation and controlling the experience, is absolutely vital.
That leads us perfectly into lesson 2, a value proposition that doubles as a flywheel. This is where the magic of exponential growth really kicks in, isn't it?
It really is. It's the engine. Amazon's enduring core value proposition, the promise it makes, has consistently been huge choice selection at low prices with fast delivery.
Hasn't really changed much.
Fundamentally, no, and for very good reason. It's the engine of what's famously known as the Amazon flywheel, a virtuous cycle.
Explain the flywheel concept. How does it work?
Okay, think of it as a self-sustaining positive feedback loop. It's elegant in its simplicity, really.
Okay.
It has three main components that constantly reinforce each other.
Which are?
Attracting new customers, retaining existing customers, and increasing the value of those customers over time.
Okay, walk me through it.
So, Amazon attracts new customers with its promise, wide selection, low prices.
Right.
The sheer volume of data generated from their purchases, their searches, their clicks, that becomes an incredibly rich resource.
Okay, data is the fuel.
Exactly. This data then feeds into improving recommendation algorithms, refining search results, personalizing the shopping experience for everyone.
Making it stickier.
Precisely. This, in turn, drives increased customer satisfaction and loyalty. Happy customers buy more, And critically, they attract more new customers through word of mouth and reputation.
So the wheel spins faster.
Faster and faster. As it spins, the data insights become even richer, allowing Amazon to continuously improve operations, reduce costs, increase profitability.
And that profit
Gets reinvested aggressively back into the business, building more warehouses, developing new tech, expanding fulfillment, faster shipping, which further fuels growth and keeps the flywheel accelerating. It's a powerful compounding engine.
And they keep adding to the value proposition, right? It's not static.
Definitely not. They're always adding quicker, easier ways to browse and order, removing every conceivable point of friction. And think about new products like Kindle, Echo, Alexa.
They're not just products, are they?
No. They expand an entire ecosystem that makes purchasing even easier, more seamless, more integrated into your life. That deepens customer lock-in, making it incredibly hard to leave.
So for startups, how do you kickstart this flywheel?
You kickstart it by igniting network effects early. That means making the perceived value of joining your platform demonstrably greater than the cost or effort for your first users.
Like vetting initial sellers.
Exactly. By meticulously vetting your initial sellers and products, for example, you create a high-quality, trustworthy experience. That's immediately valuable to early adopters.
Encourages them to stay and tell others.
Right. It encourages them to stay, use the platform repeatedly, and crucially attract others. It sets that positive cycle in motion, turning that initial hard work into truly sustainable momentum. Now let's bust a common myth, shall we? The myth of building a complex digital platform on a shoestring budget.
Ah, yes. The garage startup romance.
We all love that story, and Jeff Bezos certainly has one. The familiar tale, him and his then-wife driving cross-country, scribbling a business plan, launching from a humble garage in Seattle. It's inspirational.
It is, but it's often missing a key piece.
What's often left out, and this is crucial for marketplace founders, is the significant financial backing Amazon had from day one. Bezos wasn't operating on fumes.
No, not at all. He actually raised substantial seed funding, $300,000 from his parents, which even back in 1994 was a lot of money.
Wow, okay.
And another $1 million from friends and acquaintances. This wasn't pocket change.
So where did that money go? Not fancy offices, you said.
No, exactly. The critical insight isn't just that he had money, but how he spent it. Most of it was pumped directly into the essentials for a tech startup.
Yeah.
Aggressive marketing to reach those crucial early customers, building out robust, scalable infrastructure to actually support the platform, and maybe most importantly, incredibly rigorous testing.
Testing. How rigorous?
Think about this. Amazon was in a beta phase with 300 test users for a full year before it officially launched to the public on July 16th, 1995.
A whole year of testing.
A whole year. That level of pre-launch rigor, that investment in quality control, it delivered immense return.
What kind of returns?
Within its first 6 months, Amazon pulled in over $500,000 in revenue. And in its first full calendar year, 1996, it made an astounding $15.7 million in sales.
That kind of success attracts attention.
Definitely. It made Amazon incredibly attractive for institutional investment. Kleiner Perkins, the big VC firm, invested $8 million in 96.
Okay.
And less than 2 years after officially launching, Amazon listed on NASDAQ, raising another $54 million.
So the takeaway for you, the marketplace founder listening.
Are you realistically budgeting for what it truly takes to build a robust, scalable platform? Technology is more accessible now, sure, but combining the right software with well-designed user flows, analytics, iterative processes, it's still a major undertaking.
So lesson 3 summed up.
If you don't invest properly in suitable technology and the development processes that give you productive user feedback loops, you will struggle immensely to find product market fit. Your marketplace probably won't survive.
It's more than just the software license cost.
Absolutely. It's critical to understand the difference between the cost of a marketplace platform, the software, and the overall budget for marketplace development. That includes customization, integrations, testing, continuous improvement. It's a holistic investment.
And that investment in tech leads us straight to lesson 4. The right technological foundation will deliver a competitive edge. Amazon didn't just spend money, they spent it smartly on tech. Tech that gave them an almost unfair advantage right from the start.
Strategic tech choices. They built their early stack with what were, at the time, robust, scalable, and critically cost-effective open source components. Linux, Apache, MySQL.
Why was open source so important then?
Well, think about it. Mid-90s. For a startup burning cash and growing like crazy, being able to scale your infrastructure without constantly paying exorbitant licensing fees to proprietary software vendors like Microsoft or Oracle, that was revolutionary.
Freed up cash.
Exactly. Freed up capital to reinvest in marketing, hiring, other critical areas. But their tech foundation wasn't static. It wasn't set it and forget it.
They kept evolving it.
Continuously.
Yeah.
Always adopting new technologies, developing custom software to support that explosive growth and meet increasingly sophisticated customer needs.
Can you give some examples of that custom tech advantage?
Sure. Think about their supply chain optimization. They developed custom algorithms and systems that just revolutionized inventory management and distribution. That led to faster, more efficient deliveries than competitors could even dream of.
Okay, logistics tech. What else?
User experience. They innovated with custom UI elements like their famous one-click ordering system.
One click. That was huge.
It wasn't just convenient, it was a profound insight into removing friction, making shopping almost subconscious. And then there are the personalized recommendations. Sophisticated algorithms analyzing customer data in real time to suggest products massively drives engagement and sales.
So they're constantly building their tech moat.
Precisely. Amazon deeply understands that competitive advantages erode. So they relentlessly invest in new tech. Amazon Prime isn't just free shipping, it's an expanding suite of benefits. Their use of AI and machine learning in Alexa, in recommendations, it constantly improves the customer experience and solidifies their leadership.
So for the startup listening, what's the tech lesson?
Very few truly successful online marketplaces are built with entirely off-the-shelf solutions. A one-size-fits-all approach rarely cuts it for the complex, nuanced user flows a specific marketplace idea needs.
Custom MVP might seem pricier up front.
It might, but your chances of success are exponentially higher. It lets you build exactly what your unique audience needs, engineer those specific one-click moments for your niche.
Avoids a costly U-turn later.
Exactly. Avoids that painful tech U-turn in terms of both time and money down the line. Your foundation needs to be bespoke to your vision. Okay, next up, let's talk about Lesson 5, leveraging customer feedback to boost seller performance and revenue. This is such a cornerstone of Amazon's success, but maybe easy to overlook now because it seems so standard.
It really was revolutionary in its time, though. Before Amazon, reliable product information from other shoppers, it was incredibly scarce, practically non-existent.
Right, you just kind of hoped for the best when you bought something online.
It was a leap of faith. But in 1995, Amazon fundamentally changed this by allowing customers to leave reviews. This wasn't just a feature. It provided a wealth of shared crowdsourced information.
Big trust.
Immediately established Amazon as a trusted, transparent source for product insights. And they made the feedback loop incredibly smooth.
How so?
They automatically sent review requests after purchase. Clear instructions, simple forms, just a few clicks needed. Then, in 2019, they removed even more friction with their one-tap review.
Just star ratings, no text needed.
Exactly, which dramatically increased the sheer volume of feedback they received. But it's not just about collecting reviews. It's about using them.
How does Amazon use that feedback?
Ingeniously, really.
Yeah.
They use it to help sellers improve their performance. For instance, by identifying common issues from aggregated reviews, maybe poor packaging, slow shipping times.
Yeah.
They empower sellers to make targeted improvements. That boosts the overall customer experience, which drives more sales. Win-win.
And highlighting good things.
Yeah, they also highlight popular features or benefits mentioned consistently in positive reviews. They advise sellers to incorporate these into product listings, making them more attractive.
What about fake reviews? That's always a concern.
A big one. They actively combat fake reviews using sophisticated machine learning algorithms, detecting unusual patterns, removing manipulated feedback. It's crucial for maintaining the credibility of the whole system.
So the question for your marketplace.
How are you intentionally building robust, actionable feedback loops into your platform from day one? Customer feedback, genuine, unfiltered, is indispensable, not just for improving your marketplace, but for building that foundational trust.
And the format depends on the marketplace type.
Exactly. Star ratings, detailed reviews, service-specific ratings. It depends if you're retail, service-based, whatever. But the principle is universal. Make it easy to give feedback, and then use that feedback to genuinely improve.
Speaking of customer experience, lesson 6, your shipping strategy can have a huge impact on your marketplace. Amazon isn't just e-commerce, it's a logistics phenomenon.
Oh, absolutely. They achieved this not by accident, but through that relentless focus on customer service, continuous innovation, and just massive strategic investment in logistical infrastructure.
Their own warehouses, delivery networks.
Their own sprawling, interconnected network. Warehouses, fulfillment centers, last-mile delivery networks, vast transportation systems. What sets them apart is their obsessive control over nearly every step.
From click to doorstep.
Pretty much. And they leverage advanced technologies on an incredible scale. Robotics, sophisticated machine learning, automating and streamlining fulfillment and transportation. Makes them highly efficient, very cost-effective.
And services like Prime and Flex.
They've further expanded that logistical footprint. Prime's promise of free, fast shipping reset expectations everywhere. Flex uses independent contractors for deliveries, increasing capacity and speed.
They even acquire robotics companies.
Yeah, like warehouse robotics maker 𝗖𝗵𝗽𝗀𝗃. It shows the continuous, unwavering commitment to improving this critical area. Logistics is core to their value proposition.
So connecting this back to the startup founder,
Your shipping or delivery strategy is not an afterthought. It can't be. It must be meticulously built into your overall growth strategy right from the beginning.
and generic solutions might not cut it.
The unique shipping needs of each retail marketplace, or even service marketplaces, with physical components is yet another compelling reason why custom solutions for development are often profoundly superior. A one-size-fits-all approach just cannot address the specific requirements for efficiency, reliability, and frankly, the delightful delivery experience customers now expect. Thanks, Amazon.
This leads us nicely to lesson 7, revenue before profit, frugality before bells and whistles. This is a tough pill for many startups to swallow, isn't it? Especially today. But Amazon's long game is legendary.
It really is. Bezos fundamentally understood that achieving true economies of scale was absolutely crucial for building a sustainable, defensible business model.
And that meant delaying profits.
Exactly. This is why Amazon didn't report a profit until 2001. That's its 7th year of operation, despite experiencing phenomenal, almost dizzying revenue growth that whole time.
What was Bezos' philosophy there?
He was very clear, iterated it often, basically. We'll balance growth focus with long-term profitability. Right now, we prioritize growth because scale is central to achieving our potential.
And they were lean internally. Frugal.
Absolutely. Amazon embodies a lean approach, constantly seeking to maximize customer value while ruthlessly minimizing waste. They use data and analytics meticulously to make informed decisions, streamline processes, eliminate waste, like optimizing the supply chain down to the last penny.
Agile, too.
Remarkably agile and responsive, quickly iterating on new products, new services based on real-time customer feedback and market trends. Bezos always emphasized maintaining a cost-conscious culture, particularly in a business incurring net losses. Frugality wasn't just a phase, it's core to their identity.
What's the lesson for entrepreneurs in combining lean and agile?
It's a powerful combo. It helps your development team focus intensely on the aspects that will truly grow your marketplace most effectively, ensuring every investment, every line of code moves you closer to your long-term vision without unnecessary spending or distracting bells and whistles. Build smart, build with purpose.
Okay, but how do they know what to focus on? What to build, what to cut? That brings us to lesson 8. Choose the right metrics. This isn't just tracking sales, right? It's about tracking what genuinely drives the business.
Exactly. It's about what informs truly strategic decisions. Amazon has dedicated teams, data analysts, strategists, whose sole job is determining the most important metrics, and crucially, ensuring they align directly with overall business goals.
And these metrics aren't set in stone.
No, they evolve. As business priorities shift, as the market matures, the key metrics change. They divide them into 2 key types.
Which are?
Controllable input metrics, the leading indicators you can directly influence. Think website load speed, number of new product listings per day, things you can actively manage.
Okay, inputs and the other type.
Output metrics, the lagging indicators that reflect the results. Things like total sales, customer satisfaction scores, market share. These tell you if your inputs are working.
How do they manage these metrics? It sounds intense.
It is notoriously rigorous. First, they use a process called DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control.
Sounds like manufacturing quality control.
It basically is, but applied to business metrics. It ensures every number they track isn't just a vanity metric, something that looks good, but doesn't tell you if you're actually making progress. It forces constant refinement of what you measure and how.
So you get actionable insights, not just pretty graphs.
Exactly. Second, they present metrics in their weekly business review or WBR meetings. This is a fractal system.
Fractal.
Yeah, top leadership has a company-wide WBR every single week, and that structure is meticulously mirrored by every department, every operational team down the line. It embeds a pervasive data-driven culture.
Can you give an example of specific metrics they use?
Sure, a well-known one is the 5 key customer metrics for seller ratings: order defect rate, cancellation rate, late dispatch rate, policy violations, and contact response time.
Very direct, very actionable for sellers.
Precisely. And when measuring metrics, Amazon applies some key rules. 1, remove bias, avoid vanity metrics. 2, audit metrics regularly ensure they still measure what you think they do, as they can drift. 3, choose and implement the right analytical tools.
Any really granular example?
Oh yeah. Back in 2004, they notoriously monitored per-minute site revenue. Alarms would literally go off if it fell below $10,000 per minute.
Wow, talk about a real-time indicator.
Very direct, very actionable. And ultimately, as Bezos said in '98, their success is measured by long-term shareholder value, linked directly to market leadership achieved through customer and revenue growth, repeat purchases, and brand strength.
So the critical question for you, the marketplace entrepreneur.
Are you tracking the metrics that genuinely reflect your marketplace's true health and potential for sustainable growth? Integrating a robust, actionable data analytics pipeline from day one gives you an almost insurmountable advantage in making informed, strategic decisions.
It's not just collecting data.
No, it's knowing what data matters and, crucially, how to act on it.
Strategic philosophies, diversification, and data.
Moving into the core philosophies, the bedrock, really, that underpin Amazon's entire empire. Let's look at Lesson 9. 3 powerful philosophies that underpin a long-term growth strategy. Jeff Bezos himself famously nailed these down: long-term thinking, customer obsession, and a willingness to invent.
It's the trifecta. They truly are the bedrock. First, let's talk long-term thinking. You see this embodied in their long and winding roadmap.
Their vision.
Their overarching vision is crystal clear: Earth's most customer-centric company. That's not just a slogan, it guides everything. Every initiative, every strategic decision.
How does that play out?
Well, their core business expansion is continuous, almost relentless, adding products, locations, categories, tech, features, always improving the e-commerce platform. But beyond the core, they place massive long-term bets on future horizons.
Like what kind of bets?
Think about their ambitious low-carbon emission initiatives, e-cargo bikes, on-foot delivery in cities, or their big partnership with Grubhub for Prime, adding free food deliveries. A bold move.
AI with Alexa.
Yeah, further AI integration with Alexa, aiming for more natural interactions. Even things like Alexa Care Hub for remote family check-ins, entering elder care. Geographically, they're betting huge on India, $1 billion just to digitize small businesses there.
Hardware, too. The Ring drone.
Exactly. The Ring Always Home Cam, a home security drone. Bold. Or expanding into health and wellness with the AWS Healthcare Accelerator, the Halo Rise Sleep Tracker. These aren't short-term plays. They're decades-long investments. Remarkable patience.
Incredible long-term vision. And it's all driven by that second philosophy: customer obsession, or really putting suppliers and buyers first.
Yes, true customer centricity, a key pillar since day one. And it paid off. Remember that 2004 customer satisfaction score? Highest ever recorded in any service industry then?
It wasn't an accident.
Definitely not. For buyers, countless features enhanced the experience, remove friction. One-click ordering, Amazon Prime more than shipping, it's loyalty, higher order value, Amazon Fresh for groceries, Amazon Pay for external sites.
Reviews, recommendations.
Customer reviews and ratings for informed decisions. Personalized recommendations via machine learning. Comprehensive customer service as a safety net. These things, like free shipping, fast checkout, they create defensive moats.
Hard for competitors to copy.
Extremely hard, builds powerful barriers. And critically, it's not just buyers. They obsess over sellers, too.
How do they support sellers?
Tools and resources. Fulfillment by Amazon FBA. Amazon handles storage, shipping, customer service, huge burden lifted. Advertising options for visibility. Inventory management tools. Order management. Seller customer service support, business intelligence tools for data analysis.
Creates a win-win.
A profound mutual benefit. Enabling seller success boosts Amazon's own revenue hugely. Seller fees were $120 billion in 2020 alone. It's a true win-win that reinforces the whole marketplace model.
That mutual benefit creates such a powerful ecosystem. And it's all fueled by the third philosophy: a willingness to invent. An innovation nation, you might say.
Absolutely. Amazon has a long, long history of bold, transformative innovation. Remember Lab 126 back in 2004? Their dedicated, secretive R&D lab just for hardware?
Signaled serious intent.
Exactly. And think of their early innovations. The customer review system built trust, became standard. AWS in 2002 seemed like an odd detour then, became a global leader, massive profit engine.
Kindle.
Kindle in 2007, not just an e-reader, a groundbreaking new way to sell books. Evolved into a whole range of smart devices. Prime in 2014, revolutionary subscription service, redefined loyalty and shipping expectations everywhere.
Where are they investing now?
Still pushing frontiers, AML, natural language processing, computer vision, predictive models, robotics, autonomous robots, exploring drones. Cloud computing via AWS is still core. Internet of Things, Echo, Ring, integrating into daily life.
So the question for the startup founder here.
Do you have a clear, expansive vision stretching years, even decades? Have you mapped out your growth model in detail? Are you following a proven, iterative process to test and implement it, adapting as you learn? That clarity, that structured, experimental approach is fundamental, especially when you're trying to invent.
Building on that vision, lesson 10. Diversify revenue streams by bringing them back for more. Amazon is way more than just retail now, isn't it?
Far, far more. Their diversification strategies are broad and often surprising. They didn't just add more products, they strategically built entirely new business units.
How did they diversify?
Masterclass in leveraging core competencies, expanded beyond online retail into cloud computing, AWS, digital media, Prime Video Music, built that massive advertising business competing with Google and Facebook.
New products, too.
Developed entirely new lines like Echo, Fire tablets. Even the third-party marketplace itself was a huge diversification, leveraging their existing customer base. Acquisitions are big, too.
Whole Foods, Zappos.
Whole Foods, PillPack, Zappos. Entering new markets, enhancing existing offerings, launched new ventures like Amazon Studios for original content, Amazon Music for streaming, aggressively entered new geographical markets like India, Southeast Asia.
And Amazon Prime's role in this.
Cannot be overstated. 126 million U.S. members estimated, probably the most successful loyalty program ever. Over half of UK households, nearly half of German households have Prime.
What's its impact on revenue?
Multifaceted, increases loyalty, repeat purchases, helps expand into new markets, diversifies offerings with bundled streaming, increases average order value thanks to free shipping. It's a massive competitive barrier they keep expanding.
They B2B initiatives, too.
Yeah, Launchpad service for startups selling on Amazon, potential for more financing down the line. This whole diversification strategy makes them incredibly resilient, sustainable, not reliant on one source.
It helped them survive the dot-com bust.
Absolutely. Their early investment in customer loyalty and repeat purchases was key when others failed. The lesson for marketplace entrepreneurs: focus relentlessly on retaining and growing your customer base. Continuously add new features that provide compelling extra value. Constantly test and refine your product catalog, quality control, target audience.
Avoid platform leakage.
Exactly. Avoid users leaving because they can't find things or tools are clunky, like a leaky bucket. Gotta plug the holes. Amazon's constant refinement of Prime and seller tools seals those leaks. Increases marketplace liquidity, makes transactions easier, builds a thriving ecosystem.
Okay, next up, lesson 11. If you can't beat them, buy them. Amazon has consistently used strategic acquisitions to grow.
Very strategically, yes. They don't just acquire companies, they acquire ones that align perfectly with strategic goals, help expand into critical new markets, or significantly improve existing products and services.
Like Whole Foods, that was huge.
$13.7 billion in 2017. Clear strategic entry into grocery. Instantly gave them a physical footprint, expanded distribution. Zappos in 2009, $1.2 billion expanded fashion, but also integrated their legendary customer service model.
Twitch.
$970 million in 2014. Powerful entry into gaming, live streaming, expanded video content, community capabilities. PillPack in 2018, $753 million into healthcare, improving prescription delivery, logistics, a complex frontier.
Other examples?
Harvest.ai for cybersecurity, GameSparks for game development, Blink for home security cameras, Souq.com to dominate Middle Eastern e-commerce.
What do they look for in an acquisition?
Several key factors, consistently. 1, fit with Amazon's business, complementing and enhancing for long-term growth. 2, innovation companies developing innovative products or tech. 3, customer base strong and loyal. 4, synergy combining strengths creates value greater than the sum of parts.
The lesson for startups here seems obvious, but maybe needs saying.
It does. Don't start dreaming about multi-billion-dollar acquisitions and world domination before you have truly ignited the core growth of your marketplace. Focus on the early lessons. First, validation, trust, flywheel. Acquisitions come much, much later, if ever. First things first.
And finally, for our growth lessons, we come to Lesson 12, leveraging a data gold mine. This is where Amazon's strategic use of information really shines, turning every interaction into insight.
It's truly the nervous system of their operation. They leverage user data in a multitude of incredibly powerful ways. First, obvious one, personalized recommendations.
Using past purchases, searches.
Exactly. Past purchases, searches, browsing history, suggesting products, drives sales, improves customer experience. Second, advertising.
Targeted ads.
Highly targeted ads based on purchase and browsing history, generates significant revenue, provides incredibly targeted audiences for advertisers. They've built a whole suite of ad products.
Let's start with something you've almost certainly seen, sponsored ads.
Ah, yes, the ones in the search results.
Those exactly. And on the product pages, too. They use keywords, product categories, basically targeting you when you're already looking for something specific.
Catching you right at the point of intent. Very effective.
But it's not just about search results, is it? Their reach goes further.
Oh, much further. That's where their display ads come in. And this is crucial. They're not just on Amazon.com.
Right. Where else do they pop up?
Think about their whole ecosystem. Twitch, for instance, Prime Video, even devices like your Fire tablet.
Okay, so they're leveraging all their properties.
Exactly. And the targeting gets really sophisticated. Demographics, interests, and of course that massive purchase and browsing history they have on you.
It's all deeply integrated then, affecting the user experience across the board.
Definitely. It can feel almost uncanny sometimes.
I actually had that happen watching Prime Video the other night. And boom, an ad for coffee. I'd literally just browsed on Amazon maybe 5 minutes before.
See, perfect example. It really connects the dots.
But here's where I think it gets really interesting. Amazon DSP.
Ah, the demand-side platform. Now we're talking programmatic.
Yeah, this isn't just simple ads. It's like automated, real-time ad buying, using AI to build these super specific, modeled audiences.
That's right. They're predicting who's likely interested, sometimes even before you search for it. It leverages, well, everything. Browsing, shopping, streaming habits.
It's the depth of that data, isn't it?
It is. And critically, it's the type of data. Amazon knows what you actually buy.
Not just what you clicked on, but the final sale.
Precisely. It's what they call closed-loop attribution. Advertisers know if their ad really worked, if it led to a purchase.
Which must be incredibly valuable for proving ROI, something maybe other platforms struggle with.
It's a huge advantage. It makes their ad spend uniquely measurable, a real game changer.
Okay, so let's connect this to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
The market performance numbers are pretty stark.
They really are. What have you got there?
Well, in 2023, their global digital ad market share hit 7%. That puts them third, right behind Alphabet and Meta.
Solidly in third place, not insignificant at all.
But here's the kicker, their annual growth rate, close to 20%.
Wow, 20%, that's rapid growth.
How else do they use data?
Product development, informing improvements, generating new ideas based on customer behavior, preferences, reviews, ratings. And fourth, supply chain optimization.
Using demand patterns.
Complex demand forecasts, shipping patterns, improves efficiency, reduces costs, dramatically speeds up delivery. Their data pipeline is incredibly robust.
How does that pipeline work?
Meticulous tracking of customer behavior across website, apps, Alexa. Storing and processing massive data in distributed centers using advanced tech. Rigorous data security and privacy encryption. Access controls, seamlessly integrating and analyzing data from online, offline sales, customer service, third parties, using advanced analytics and machine learning to extract actionable insights.
So, the question for the marketplace entrepreneur listening.
Are you designing your marketplace to be a sophisticated data gathering engine from day one? Good business decisions depend on collecting, interpreting, and acting on the right information.
Having that pipeline from the start is an advantage.
A distinct, quantifiable advantage. Understanding your users, optimizing your platform, driving intelligent, data-led growth. It's not just nice to have, it's essential.
Navigating challenges and building resilience.
Now, no company, not even Amazon, is immune to challenges. Let's look at some hurdles they face and what that means for marketplace startups regarding resilience. Amazon's competitive landscape. It's actually getting more complex, isn't it?
That's right. It's not just a simple race anymore. They face pressure from multiple fronts. You've got traditional physical retailers, Walmart Marketplace, Target, plus leveraging their store footprints as distribution hubs now.
Turning stores into warehouses.
Basically, yeah. Then there are all-in-one e-commerce platforms like Shopify. They offer sellers more control, attracting merchants who want independence from Amazon's ecosystem.
Niche players, too.
Definitely. Highly specialized marketplaces like Etsy for handmade goods, Best Buy for electronics, carving out significant share with curated experiences Amazon sometimes struggles to replicate. And globally, Chinese giants like Alibaba are formidable, especially in wholesale.
What about economic headwinds, like the 2022 slowdown?
That hit them significantly. Weak sales forecasts led them to freeze warehouse expansion, shut down some research projects, and implement their largest ever job cuts, over 10,000 positions.
Impacted their stock price, too.
Massively, down over 50% in 2022, prompted Bezos himself to warn everyone to batten down the hatches.
And regulatory pressure, antitrust.
Increasing scrutiny, concerns about monopolistic practices, price-fixing allegations, squeezing out competitors, promoting their own products. Concerns extend to AWS, advertising dominance too. Potential for big fines, though antitrust action is often slow and complex.
So this all raises a key question for your marketplace.
How will you demonstrate resilience in the face of inevitable market shifts, economic downturns, increasing competition? It's not if challenges come, it's when.
That's a truly critical question. How does a company this big navigate such storms? Do they have resilience built in?
The good news is, resilience is deeply baked into Amazon's DNA. They've weathered plenty of storms before, and their responses offer vital lessons.
Like the dot-com bust, they nearly went bankrupt.
In 2002, yes. They had overspent massively, led to brutal cost-cutting, 14% layoffs, incredibly painful, tough medicine, but it worked. Resulted in a massive turnaround, $400 million profit by 2003.
What about the 2007-2008 recession?
Demand decreased, stock price and profits took a hit then too. But their stronger financial position by then and their diversified model, AWS, was gaining traction, digital media was growing, helped offset the core retail impact. They actually emerged even more dominant, having used the downturn to double down on customer value.
This leads us directly to our final lesson, Lesson 13. Building an online marketplace is tough, but core values can help founders get through the tough times. These aren't just feel-good platitudes, are they?
No, they're battle-tested principles. They separate survivors from those who falter. You need to relentlessly stay focused on your long-term goals. Apply self-discipline throughout the business, spending, development, everything.
And making tough calls.
Perhaps most critically, you must be prepared to make the tough, sometimes painful changes when necessary. Truly knowing when to pivot, when to cut your losses, when to double down.
What a deep dive. We've unpacked Amazon's incredible journey, haven't we? From solving those deceptively simple problems with books, all the way to building a global powerhouse powered by that meticulously engineered virtuous flywheel. We looked at the crucial early investments in tech, that relentless, almost fanatical focus on customer and seller experience, their lean, data-driven operations, how they strategically diversify and innovate constantly to maintain their edge. And we've seen that even a giant like Amazon isn't without its significant challenges. A good reminder, really, of the constant need for adaptability and resilience in the face of ever-evolving markets.
Absolutely. The core lessons for you, the marketplace entrepreneur listening, they truly revolve around rigorous validation, strategic smart investment, that unwavering customer obsession, and the disciplined, intelligent use of data to inform every single decision.
Exactly. So for you, as you embark on building or scaling your own marketplace, maybe consider this. If Amazon started by meticulously solving the problem of buying books online, a seemingly simple task, yet so deeply impactful in its execution, what seemingly small, yet perhaps profoundly painful problem are you uniquely positioned to solve for your initial audience? And how will you continually iterate on that solution, refining it, perfecting it, until it sparks its own unstoppable, self-reinforcing flywheel?
That's the question. And as you ponder that, remember, the real aha moment isn't just in understanding Amazon's past or even its present dominance. It's in the profound application of its enduring principles. What stands out to you as the single most critical, actionable lesson for your very next step?
That's it for this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep building, and stay curious.